Hello, and welcome to Next Up with Naming St. Louis. I'm your host, Will Houston. I'm the Marketing and Technology Chair of Naming St. Louis. And on this podcast, we're here to explore the stories, experiences, and insights of dynamic professionals making strides in their careers. We'll be speaking with those who are on a journey of growth and advancement, rising stars who are not yet vice presidents but are making real impacts in their fields. Our goal is to inspire, inform, and connect you with incredible talent shaping the future of the communications industry. Thank you for joining us today. Let's introduce our next guest.
Thank you for being a part of this. And hey, man, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yes, and it's a pleasure to be a part of this, actually. So my name is Trevion Swanson. I've been a supervisor with Spectrum for, how long has it been? Since 2017, November 2017. So it's been going on 8 years this November, actually. I've been with the company plus years. That started off in 2014 in June here at Bridgeton. And yeah, what do I like to do though? I do like to read. That's something. I'm a gamer. I'm an avid gamer. I feel like that relieves some stress. And yeah. That's a little bit about me, at least.
Nice. No, that's good stuff. Now, I'm definitely a lot the same, man. I've had the game Ghost of Tsushima has had me in a chokehold for a while, and
Man,
it's a good one.
I love that game, bro.
Yeah, it's a good one. It's definitely a good one.
It's a great game, and then
sure.
the story.
Oh my goodness, yeah. I mean, the storyline is crazy, man. It's crazy. Yeah. What do you like to read? What are you reading now?
Right now, I am reading Psychology of Money.
Oh, nice.
That's what I'm reading right now.
Okay, yeah.
It was suggested to me from my brother, and I'm loving that book, man.
Oh, yeah.
It's very eye-opening.
Nice.
For sure.
Yeah. I'm definitely a lot along the lines of the financial empowerment right now. I'm reading this book called "You Deserve to Be Rich." It's by these guys from Earn Your Leisure. I'm not going to give a plug, but it's a really good book. So that financial empowerment thing, I'm really on that right now too. We got a lot of common, I think. That sounds good.
Yeah, because I actually followed them on Instagram too.
Yep. It's good stuff.
Yeah, definitely. It always is, man.
Yeah.
I never have gotten any bad information from them,
No.
and it always helps open my eyes even more to, the world of financial freedom.
Absolutely. It's important. Yeah.
Very much so.
So yeah, Trevion. So tell me a little bit about how you landed your first job in the telecommunications industry.
Whew. How did I land my first job in the telecommunications industry? Well, let's see. I will say I was told no a few times, and it's not an explicit no. It's just you didn't get the call back, after submitting the application. I never had got an interview either, and it was always with Spectrum actually.
Wow, yeah.
So I applied to Spectrum at least I want to say 2 times, and then I had an aunt who mentioned the job fair to me, and I was like, maybe that's all I need is an opportunity to make an impression with someone.
Right.
As soon as you put your best foot forward. I dressed up, went and got a blazer. I couldn't afford a haircut at the time, but I still made sure everything else was, up to par. And I ended up getting it. I made an impression with, I believe it was a supervisor, I want to say. And next thing I knew, I was hired. I was in here, man.
Nice. Yeah. No.
Yes, finally.
It's that breakthrough. It feels good, right? It's like, yeah,
It felt great. I mean, I went from a coffee shop. I was working at a Jewish community center. It was called a Roma Coffee Lounge. We sold coffees. I was making espressos, man. I was a barista.
Oh yeah.
And then this opportunity came up. I'm talking minimum wage, $7.25. And then,
right.
This opportunity came up. It was $14.67 and full time.
Yeah.
I was like, yep. I'm going to get this job, and I'm going to make the best of it. Sure enough, I got it, and I was able to actually start living on my own. I didn't need, any person to support me or depend on. I didn't need a roommate. I mean, that would have been nice, but
right.
Yeah, I was able to live on my own for quite some time. So
that's it. That's the first step, right? We were just talking a little bit about financial freedom, and man, the first step is saying, hey, am I making the money I need to be making? And you sought out that opportunity, man, and you grabbed it. That's beautiful.
Had to.
Yeah. Right. It doesn't
You know,
at the time, it doesn't feel all inspiring. It feels like necessity, right?
literally. I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do if I don't get this job. I guess I'll still be working part-time at the coffee shop until something else comes up.
Yeah.
And what's funny is I ended up so my friend, she helped me get that job. I
Mhm.
ended up helping her get a job with Spectrum.
Nice, nice. Hey,
I was able to pay it
yep,
forward a little
pay it
bit.
forward. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I like that. I like that. That's good.
Yes, sir, man. So yeah, I'm grateful for the experience. It taught me a lot. That's
Oh,
for sure.
definitely. So, well, speaking of that, can you tell me a little bit about some of the key skills and knowledge that you gained? Maybe not even just from your first job in Spectrum, but maybe even some of the things that you learned as a barista that you were able to bring into your job at Spectrum that has helped you excel, right? I mean, because you're excelling, right? So, I mean, those things, right? Those skills, all that stuff you learn, you bring with you, right?
Oh, of course. A person is built. It's not an overnight thing.
Mhm.
Every experience shapes you to be who you are today,
Yeah.
whether good or bad. So
Yeah.
I would say resilience, man. Just understanding that you might not be doing what you want to do right now, but that doesn't mean that you won't be able to later on. So sometimes you just got to buckle down and just stick to a plan, and then here comes opportunity knocking, and you just got to make sure you're ready to answer. Um, and that's really what it was. It humbled me. It was like, oh man, because I was making more than minimum wage,
Yeah.
and I went down.
Oh wow. Yeah.
So it was
Yeah.
this is not the trajectory I envisioned for myself.
Right.
And I was like, you know what? I just need I need an actual full-time job. And that was Spectrum.
Yeah. Nice.
And
Nice.
I was like, you know what? If I get this job, I'm gonna make sure that I know or remember, where I came from,
Right.
right? And I was standing up on my feet all day, man.
Yeah.
And then I came here, and I'm like, you mean to tell me I can make this much money and I'm sitting down all day?
Yeah.
Man, it's the best job ever. So,
Yeah.
it was just really realizing how great of an opportunity I actually had and, just making the best of it, really.
Yeah, no, I know exactly what you mean. I still kind of run into the same situations, thinking about some of my past jobs, and I hear people saying, "Man, this process is stupid," or "This policy is crazy." I'm like, "Man, this is easy. This is easy compared to that. I'll take
No,
it."
seriously. I'm like, you mean to tell me my toughest situation is dealing with a customer? Oh,
Right.
that's a cakewalk. That's
Yeah,
nothing.
that's it.
Because
That's it.
going from standing all day, sweating, because we would make crepes too.
Yeah.
And they had the crepe machine. You sweating over
Oh,
that
it's
crepe
getting
machine,
hot.
man.
It's getting
Yeah,
hot.
it's getting
Yeah.
hot. Definitely getting hot. And you got to be fast too, or you'll burn it. So
Oh yeah. Right. Right.
yeah,
Yeah. Cool,
yeah.
man. Yeah. So you haven't always been a supervisor, right? When you first got in the Spectrum, you started another position, and you've worked your way up since then. Can you tell me about some of the milestones that you had to reach to get there, and then maybe some of the challenges that you faced to get to that point also,
Oh, okay.
or that you overcame, I guess. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I could definitely talk about that. There were definitely plenty of challenges. Um, so really, and it kind of goes back to the rep one position a little bit because that role teaches you how to be strong mentally and not allow outside forces to affect you.
Hmm.
Because, like I said earlier, people project,
Oh
and a
yeah.
lot of what happens when you're on a call, someone's projecting their angry energy onto you.
Hmm.
And, sometimes you don't understand what's happening and how to handle it.
Yeah.
That taught me how to handle it. And so, somebody could be yelling at you or talking crazy to you right in your face.
Hmm.
And it's like, okay, why is this person doing this? Okay, they're upset. Are they really upset at me?
Hmm.
So it allowed me to kind of, I would say, compartmentalize a little bit
Yeah.
and, say, okay, just because you're frustrated at me doesn't mean I have to be frustrated too. And it's not going to be conducive to you being off this call any quicker by me being frustrated. So let me keep my cool and, allow us to maneuver forward. So that was one of the challenges I would say
Hmm.
is learning to not deal with people's stuff.
Yeah.
But while you're dealing with people's stuff,
Right.
quote unquote,
Yeah.
which is, their internet, their username, user account, email, whatever the case may be.
Right.
As far as milestones, though, and I'm not done with the challenges because there's worse.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like one of the milestones while I was a Rep 1 was really, what would I say? So in the beginning, I realized like, oh, I actually have a knack for this. I was just, you just stay focused on something. You're not worried about how the number is looking or anything like that. I was just focused. I had a goal. I was like, okay, I gotta do something to show that I'm ready to move forward in my career here.
Yeah.
So part of that is your performance, right? So I had to figure out a routine that was very steady and was conducive to me looking good in the hiring manager's eyes for the next role. So I was so bent on just progressing. I ended up becoming number one in the whole entire call center. I didn't even know it.
Nice. Nice.
Right? So
That's
that
that
was
focus. That's that
just
focus.
that focus.
Yeah.
And and I was like, really? I'm number one? He was like, yeah. To me, I was like, okay, but I'm still not where I want to be at yet.
Right.
So you telling me that means nothing to me.
Yeah. Right.
But mind you, yes, it's great. Oh yeah, I'm number one. That means I'm doing something right. But my goal hadn't been accomplished yet. So yeah, I was still unsatisfied. I was not satisfied with that. Soon after that, though, he was actually, I want to say he was a mentor too. I became a mentor.
Nice. Nice.
So
Yeah.
I was at least making, steps in the right direction towards, getting to progress my career.
Yeah.
I did that for some time. And then that's when I started winning awards at that point.
Nice. Nice. Yeah.
So I was like, okay, it sounds like I'm building my reputation. I'm building that momentum. And sure enough, a lead role came up.
Right.
And I think this was the first time I was told no because I wasn't prepared. I was not prepared whatsoever. I'd never interviewed for a position or a promotion.
Right.
Like never. Like, what does that even look like? Right. I don't, I've never even been promoted before. So how do I, so it was learning from that no.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
And a no doesn't mean no forever either. So
exactly.
I went back to the drawing board and, okay, how do you interview for this type of stuff? I already knew what some of the questions were. So I just started having to rehearse and look up, ways to improve my interview skills. That's all it really was. And sell myself.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
And sure enough, I got it the second time, I want to say.
Yeah.
And I kid you not, I'm looking at the pot that I was in. I can remember the desk I was sitting in as well. And my lead came up to me. He said, "You just took your last phone call."
Nice.
I was like, yes, the goal has been accomplished.
Right. Right.
And that was very for me because I was like, I was kind of worried. Because I was like, dang, am I really not, going to get it? Or, that kind of doubt kind of starts to set in a little bit.
Yeah.
But then, I just, I was like, you know what? I've won awards. I built my reputation. Let me just keep doing that. And sure enough, I was offered the role, man.
That's awesome. I just keep thinking, our paths sound almost exactly the same, kind of the way it went through. And so one thing, even the failure, right? Even it's not a failure, right? It's a chance to learn, right? After you get that first interview and they tell you, no, not this time. So let me ask you, right? How do you, and correct me if I'm wrong here, is it tough skin or is it just resilience, right? Is it, because that first, when you're told no, come back next time, right? Or when you're told no, try again, it's like, thinking back on it, you're like, okay, I'll just try it again. But in the moment, there's something inside you that's like, ouch, right?
Definitely. Like, oh dang, I
Yeah,
didn't do good enough.
yeah.
Ugh. Yeah, and especially if you really thought you put your best foot forward too.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly. So tell me a little bit about, what do and now we talked about resilience, but what do you think that is right there, right? Because the way you described it, you said, I got to work, right? That's what I heard out of that. So what is that? What is that piece right there? What's the key? What do you know? Can you put a finger on it? Can you explain?
Because it's like, some terms are easier said than done,
Right.
I would say. And you can, of course, you can say anything to anybody,
Yeah.
and they'll be like, "Oh, okay, all right,
Yeah.
yeah, I can do that." But it's like, can you really do that?
Yeah.
And it's not, and not even can I really do that? What is it that I'm actually doing too?
Right. Yeah.
Specifics are very important, and it's just, especially in this role that we're in now.
Mhm.
Not even now, but the company that we work for,
Mhm.
it's a feedback company,
Mhm.
and feedback doesn't mean you're terrible,
Right.
right?
Right.
This job helped me understand that feedback is necessary,
Mhm. Yeah.
and that kind of helped build the resilience. Like, criticism can be constructive, and there's
Absolutely.
nothing wrong with that.
Mhm.
So I think it's, if you have a set goal, you won't allow anything to get in the way of it.
Good.
So if you say no this time, I'm going to ask you why.
Yeah.
Why, what stopped me from getting it? What's the feedback I can use?
Yeah.
And then from there, I'm learning and utilizing that information to go at it again.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, and I think you have to be told no to build resilience. You have to get things, like, you have to go for things and not that resilience.
Yeah.
Michael Jordan even says it. You miss all the shots you never take, basically,
That's
or you
it.
never know. So
Yeah.
it's like you got to miss some shots to know that you can make some too.
Absolutely. 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 Yeah.
So it's like, I might have missed this shot, but that don't mean I'm gonna miss the next one. So sometimes
Exactly.
you got to keep shooting.
That's it. And that's it. If you made them all right, you get to the point where, it's like, I'm good. I don't need practice. I don't need, all the, so I mean, it's important. It's important. And I just know that, that piece that you just broke down, I think that's going to help somebody, man. I think that's really going to help somebody. Truly do.
Yeah. Hopefully so, man, because life gets tough.
Yeah.
It really does, and you feel you're seeking out the what would I say, the things that you deserve, and then you don't get it. It's like, oh man, do I really deserve it?
Do I deserve?
And
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
it's like, yes, you do. You
You
do still
still do.
deserve it.
You still do. Yeah.
You just got to put in some more work. That's all
That's
that
it.
is.
That's it.
That's all it is.
Yeah, man. Absolutely. Absolutely. You called it. You called it. Well,
So,
yeah, that's great. So now that you're here, right? You're a supervisor. You run a team, right? You have a quotas and all these different things that you got to reach. Can you tell me a little bit about your daily routine? What's a day in the life? For you now.
for a supervisor, um, well, what I'll say to that, man, because it's kind of like any role. You don't really realize all of what you're getting yourself into it until you're actually in it.
Mhm.
So for me, of course, you want to get your paperwork done,
Mhm.
right? That's attendance for us. So when I first come in, I pull up our attendance report for the past 30 days, see who's had any attendance instances that may need to be coached, and I really don't look at it as, oh, you didn't come to work, so I'm about to write you up. It's more so, everything okay? Is there anything I can help you do to help you make sure that you're here, so that way you don't miss out on this awesome opportunity here at
Yeah.
Spectrum?
Yeah.
You know, and then what do I do? I look at our performance.
Mhm.
You gotta know where you're at, so that
Right.
way you can dictate where the team will go. So yeah, I look at the performance to see, okay, who needs coaching immediately or maybe later on, and on what.
Yeah.
Um, Also pulling up all your tools, like adherent RTA is one of
Mhm.
real time adherence. That's just a tool we use to make sure everybody's in the aux states they're supposed to be in and in a productive state to receive calls from the customers.
Nice.
What else do I do? Oh, So we do have deadlines. They're just to provide specifics as to what we do. We pretty much ensure that people are doing their job. And it's with call observations and the coachings, which is just follow-ups to the call observations. We have to do 4 rep. So right now I have 14 reps. That means what's that, 56? I have to have 56 calls done. Yeah, 56 calls done within the month, which is not that bad when you think about how long a call actually takes. And then when you think about, the fact that you just got to follow up with that person on it, it's really not that bad. And then 2 coachings per person a month, so that's 28 coachings I would have to have with, all together. So 28 touch bases with folks throughout the month is what I'd have to do.
Nice. So, yeah. Hey, you touched on something there at the beginning that I think that a lot of people, especially if you're coming in as a rep one, a lot of people get kind of confused, right? Most people are like, oh, my boss told me to do this, my boss told me to do that. But, you hit on something that, I'm here also to break down barriers for you, right? I'm here also to lift you up. I'm here also to show you sometimes when you can't see for yourself, right? Because I think we've all been there, that there's some opportunities here, right? Don't shoot yourself in the foot, like to stop and get a coffee. Don't shoot yourself in the foot to get an extra couple minutes of sleep. You got something going on here.
Exactly. And it's like, okay, if that's the case, then what can we do to work around that? If you need your coffee, do you need to wake up 10 minutes earlier? Do you need to make sure you have coffee at home?
Yeah.
What can I do to help you with it? Do I need to make sure I have the coffee running, Monday, Wednesday, Friday or something for you? So that way you can, it's a lot of things that, and that's that's kind of what I was saying, like in the beginning, because you don't know until you're in it.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm a therapist. I'll be honest, because everybody has something going on in life. That's just life.
Yeah.
So plenty of times people will come to me talking about their family, their friends, all type of stuff. So just nature of the role. Sometimes really.
That's it. No, you're right. You're 100% right. And I think everybody kind of, has that time where they move from, man, my boss, my manager, my this, to where you're like, oh, you know what? That person actually, that person's actually been over backwards to make sure I'm good. And I got to really appreciate that person, and, it doesn't always happen for everybody, but, I definitely had that wake up call with my old supervisor. So I definitely, bought him a couple of lunches here in the past, man. Just saying, man, you said you stuck it out with me because I was not, I was not where I needed to be mentally.
Hey, that's the case for a lot of people. A lot of people don't even realize it sometimes that I need guidance, and I thank you for doing that because there's so many instances where people aren't guiding you, they're just there.
Yeah.
Just to collect a check. So you can appreciate when somebody's really like, okay, look, I could have fired you for this. I hate to say that word.
But it's honest. Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. It's a factual thing.
Yeah.
But I'd rather not, right? I think about how much the company actually invests in getting people in here. Why would we want to forgo that because you made a mistake?
That's it. Right. Yeah.
Especially if you're willing to learn from it too. I'd rather have a person that's willing to learn from their mistakes than a person that's like, oh, I don't care. I'll just keep making mistakes.
Right.
No.
That's skill versus will, right?
All day, basically.
All day,
so you're telling me you want to make mistakes, right? Okay. Then, we might have to have a different discussion.
Right.
But, sometimes folks are just, they don't even know they're making the mistake. So it's like, let's have a discussion. It's like, oh my goodness, I didn't even know. Yeah, I know you did. I figured you didn't know. But now you do know, so make sure you're good because I don't want things coming down on you, people bothering you, all that type of stuff.
Right.
How present it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, man. Okay. So this next part's industry insights, and some people are super technical, some people are more process oriented. You deal with process and you deal with people. So from your perspective, what do you think the future of of what you do? Like when you look out in the future, right? I know that I don't know at any level, AI is something people are talking about, right? At any level. Man, it's everywhere, right? I mean, it's like I can't go and do anything without somebody saying, "Man, that job's gonna be gone soon." AI, yeah, I'm like, "Whoa, man, this is crazy, right?" And so, but just kind of thinking from the standpoint of what you do, and some of the just kind of plate tectonics that are going on in the world around us. Um, what kind of things do you see that affect maybe your day to day or the day to day of some of the people on your or the day to day of your team, right? The people that you're kind of there to support.
As far as the future of it, well, and it's funny that you said that, man. I love that you like. It's like you're taking my notes from me and just throwing them up there. Because I was definitely going to mention that AI is the future.
Yeah.
It literally is, whether we want it to be or not. It's here and it's going to keep progressing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so one thing I've noticed with our department alone, right? So we had a quality team.
Mm-hmm.
We have now a tool. It's an AI tool
Wow.
that replaced the entire quality team.
Wow. Wow. I remember QA. That used to be people. And so
Yes.
wow.
It
Wow.
was
I did not know
individuals.
that.
I know some of the individuals too. Even a guy, he was a lead over in quality before
Hmm.
it was taken from them.
Yeah.
And yeah, he wasn't happy. I
Yeah.
won't lie.
Yeah.
He's still a little disgruntled about it.
Hmm.
But he's made the best of it. I will give him his credit where it's due. He's definitely made the best of it.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, it took an entire department's job.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah.
you know, and
Yeah.
that's why I love Spectrum too. Though
Mhm.
they gave the opportunity for folks to migrate. They could have just severed everybody,
Yeah.
but they said, you know what, we have some great workers here.
Yeah.
Let's allow them the opportunity to uh, find another spot in our workforce.
Yeah.
And sure enough, a lot of them did.
Yeah.
Uh, but yeah, that tool alone took away, I don't even know how many jobs, but it was an entire department.
Wow.
So instead, some folks, they look at that and they get discouraged, and it's like, no, don't get discouraged.
Hmm.
Get encouraged to learn something new.
Yeah. Yeah.
Learn how to manage the tool. Who Somebody's going to need to work it,
Yeah.
or make sure that when it's broken, that it's back up.
Yeah.
Be that
Absolutely.
person that is willing to adapt and learn how it works, and you could be the project manager for it, for all you
Yeah.
know. You never know, right?
Absolutely.
So that's really what it is. And I mean, it's literally, I mean, Chat GPT, we didn't know about Chat GPT until recently.
Yeah.
And it's writing entire essays for folks,
Man.
award nominations. We're using it here to write an award. They encouraged us to do it. They
Yeah.
said, yeah, put this on your phone so it can write award nominations for you. And I was like,
Yeah.
okay, cool.
Yeah.
I still
Yeah.
like to personalize it though, because I feel
Sure.
like AI is just, right now it's very generic, but even then it's kind of scary how it can take your specifics and flesh out an entire, you know, piece of work with it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's really wild, man. And I mean, it's moving. I'm the same. I use ChatGPT for things, and I think what it's been 2 Octobers ago, where was the first time I heard about it, and from that time to now, it's
Man,
moved. It's grown exponentially, and the things that you can do with it have grown exponentially. And
oh
I
man.
think you hit on something really important there, right? Is that I'm not gonna you're a people leader, right? I'm not gonna discourage all my people. What I'm gonna tell you is get busy, right? That's
Oh
what I was
man.
gonna ask you. Yeah, what when you say like you've already touched on it, but can you elaborate a little bit more on kind of how you are kind of motivating your people to say, hey, the world is changing, right? But here's what you can do, or here's some things I would suggest for you to, try to, especially if you're young in your career, to try to make sure that in 20 years you're not just, kind of out here bad, right?
Right, exactly. And really, I'll say too, even for the older folks,
Yeah,
anybody for
yeah,
that matter, because I have, but it's like you can do anything you put your mind to.
right.
And really, never be afraid to adapt. Think of yourself as a shark, right? If a shark stops moving, it will cease to exist.
Yeah,
it needs to keep moving in order for oxygen to flow over it's something for it to keep breathing.
Yeah.
I'm not a shark specialist or anything like that.
Yeah.
But sharks stay hungry, right?
Right.
Think of
Right.
yourself as a shark. I need to stay hungry for something, stay hungry for knowledge. How
Yeah.
do I keep adding things to this brain of mine to make myself more valuable? And just keep doing that. Keep doing that over and over. And it's like I always think if a person can do it, then any person can do it.
Man. Yep. Yep. I love that. I love that. That's perfect. I mean, stay hungry, and if a person can do it, that means I can too, man. I love that. That's yeah. Because
Yeah.
I think that you look in the face of some of the huge changes that are happening in the country, in your city, in the world, right? And sometimes it can be all too much, but one thing that's always underestimated is the human spirit. And I think that I think the things that you just said really tap into that. And I think, man, I can really appreciate that. That's great.
Oh, anytime, man. Hey, that's what that's what I'm here for.
Yes, sir.
Um, but yeah, that's all it is, and it's really human needs is what creates the invention and creates the ingenuity.
Yeah.
So there was something, and this is in the Psychology of Money I'm reading right now.
Mm-hmm.
They were saying like oil was going to be like obsolete, like there's going to be, and really what ended up happening is we ended up inventing something that allowed us to find more oil.
Right.
So
Yeah.
it's like necessity breeds ingenuity all day.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
if you need to you know um sharpen yourself and make yourself valuable, that's what that's what you're going to go do. So that
Right.
way you're good and not out here bad.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. And so yeah, man, I mean, yeah, that's perfect. That's perfect. And so one other thing I want to touch on with you is just going forward, right? For anybody who's listening right now who wants to, be in the telecommunications industry, anybody who's listening right now who may want to be a people leader, right? I mean, that's something you have experience with. And what other tips could you give them, and also like books and courses, websites to visit, things like that? What should they have? What blogs should they have in their RSS feed, right? Do you have anything that you could kind of point someone in a direction to just learning knowledge, right?
Oh, mm. So what I'll say is you can only be told no so many times, right?
Mhm.
Before they're just like, you know what, here you go. Let's just give you the opportunity.
Yeah.
Um, so don't get discouraged. Use that as motivation. Seek out feedback and ways to improve. Not an opportunity to tear yourself down. Always build yourself up somehow, some way. And then look into whatever info they give you and do the research. Right? YouTube has so many different self-help videos and things like that out there that'll I think it's called Career Vids, I want to say. But basically, you can go there and they give you a lot of different tips on interviewing and things of that sort. So it's a lot of information on the internet. Just gotta go looking for it. And not even that. This book helped me because it's really easy to get burnt out,
Mhm.
and that's just a human being thing.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
doing the same thing over and over, but you're not really doing the same thing.
Yeah.
It's changing day by day. You just have to recognize the changes. But the book, sorry, I think it's called. Let me see. Oh, it's the book. It's called Work for a Reason. Your
Mhm.
success is your own fault. It
Nice.
has an expletive in there,
Okay.
a curse word in there, but that's what's in there, and it basically taught me, uh, any success that I'm going to gain or not gain is all on me, no
Yeah.
one else.
Yeah.
And then it helped me understand that you're gonna have to work. You're gonna have to put some work in and work to get the things that you want. It helped me put that into what would I say, and into my mindset really. And
Yeah.
I was just like, you know what, work isn't bad.
Yeah.
It's not bad, and it taught me to, because he says a lot of people they look at the bad. Oh, this, that, and this is this, and this is why I hate this, and this. And it's like, no, look at what's good.
Mhm.
Focus on that part, and that's what's going to help you get through it. So, yeah,
Yeah.
I
Hey,
think it's by Larry Winget. I want to say his name.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good stuff. Good stuff, man. That sounds good, man. Hey, that those are some good insights right there. I mean, just books that have helped you, and places and resources, like YouTube, that people can go to. I think that to your point, being a self learner and being self motivated is, it's not just important, it's essential. You can't do without it. You can't do without it these days. But yeah, so yeah, that's pretty much all we had today. Is there anything else you want to touch on?
Um, hmm, we definitely touched on a lot.
Yeah, we did. It was good. This was good. This is really
This is
good.
definitely pretty solid. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else. I mean, just stay motivated out there and be kind to yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. Those are yeah, those are great words. Those are great words. Ones to live by. Ones to live by. Well, I really appreciate you again, for just taking your time to have a conversation with me, and put some insights on me. I've learned something today, and I know other people will too. So, Trevion, really thank you again, and look forward to speaking to you again.
All right, no, anytime, Will. Thank you, man. It's been a pleasure, man.
Thank you, listeners, for tuning in to today's episode. We hope you found it encouraging and insightful. With over 15 chapters nationwide, NAMIC is passionate about diversity, equity, and inclusion in the communications industry, with a wider range of professional development opportunities, networking events, and leadership programs. NAMIC is dedicated to empowering multi-ethnic diversity in the media and communications industry. Members gain access to valuable resources, industry insight, and an incredible community of like-minded professionals. For more information, go to NAMIC.com or to the NAMIC St. Louis chapter at NAMICSt.Louis.com or LinkedIn at LinkedIn.com/NAMIC St. Louis. Thank you and have a wonderful month. See you next time.